What happened to Twitter?
If there's one thing that brightens my day, it's social media.
I...
Let's just say I'm a little barnyard hog who likes his feed. So you can imagine my shock when earlier this month I came across reports that my favorite social media site X, formerly known as Twitter, was caught in a scandal after accounts commanded its AI chatbot Grok to crank out naked and violent images of women and
Damn it, no. Oh.
children against their will.
I mean, Grok and the platform and X, you know, they need to take the blame for some of it, but it shows how little of a filter and how little some people care. These posts went viral. It shows how absolute sick in their head they are. Like the people that have enabled this, the people that have tried this out, prompted this to Grok, are so sick.
Jeez, crow. So how did one of the biggest social media platforms in the world suddenly devolve into an enormous printer for revenge porn? Or,
oh my
in
God,
other words,
yeah.
I'm here outside the offices.
I love the early 2000s. No, actually, this is more like the 80s. 80s TV show intro. Love it.
Of X/Twitter. It's safe to say that most of us know Twitter, the bird app that first launched in 2006 and quickly established itself as the world's virtual town square, especially if your town square is filled with attention-whoring keyboard psychopaths like Kevin Durant, every senator, Russian rage bots, and yours truly. By 2022,
and it's all not only Russian rage bots, right? There's a lot of bots on this platform. A lot of bots. Like, you need to basically close your DMs to verified accounts only if you don't want to be bombarded by sex bots. You know? The bots that send you OnlyFans links or like try to get you to one of those sites. Like, it's full of sex bots.
The richest man in the world, Elon Musk, was so addicted to the app that he bought it and gave it a techno-conservative cyber emo glow-up, renaming it X, the everything app. One of his first moves was to operate X with looser content moderation standards, positioning it as an oasis for free speech and wannabe edgelord humor. Some applauded the move, while others raised concerns that Elon's plans might actually open the door for hateful and perverted activity.
Yeah, I mean, the entire site is full of porn. You don't even need the age verification to look at porn on that site. It's full of it. It's full of it. Full.
Or at least more than what was already going on there. Now, prior to Elon's purchase, Twitter already had a long history of hosting a robust supply of porn and child abuse. I'm looking at you, Beagle Facts. And it was a stated priority of Elon to rid the website of explicit content involving children on day one. According to X, the efforts began pretty well, with hundreds of thousands of accounts being deleted just in the first few weeks.
Also, I love how it came out of the trash bin.
But towards the end of last year, a viral trend emerged where users would find real pictures of women and children on the platform, then tell X's integrated AI chatbot Grok to make the images more sexual. To which it said, "On it, boss."
Over the past 2 weeks, you've kind of been the face of what's been happening on Grok right now.
That might be the wrong word.
You've been the... Yeah, I can leave.
Ashley St. Clair is a bit of a roller coaster media figure, rising to prominence as a conservative shitposter before more recently woken up on the lib side of the bed. She's also one of the most vocal victims of Grok's nudification frenzy, is currently suing X for it, and, it should be mentioned, has a child with Elon Musk. Folks, trying to stand out online is difficult. Take it from a guy who, for better or worse, tries to stand out online all the time. Now, it may shock you, but I'm only a man, not a company. However, I do understand that companies, they also need to stand out online. And if you're a company who needs to stand out online, then I implore you to check out Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a marketing platform that helps brands and companies become more discoverable on the internet. And when they say the internet, they do mean everywhere on the internet, not just old school search results that are quickly becoming outdated. Ahrefs helps you track exactly how you're showing up on AI chatbots and assistants and beyond. Instead of the
Amazing.
guesswork that we all know so much of marketing is, Ahrefs gives you real data to learn actionable things about your audience and your competitors. But don't just take it from me, take it from
Wow.
my coworker here at Morning Brew, Sir Lance Holt, who works in content engagement and is an enormous Ahrefs fangirl.
Especially in the age of AI search, I can't recommend Ahrefs enough. Just the site audit and the technical SEO aspect of it just makes it insanely actionable. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's got to be a 15 on a recommendation.
15's more than 10, Lance. Right now, you can
Okay.
go to ahrefs.com/AWT and take the free version of their platform for a little test drive. But be careful. That baby's got horsepower.
Damn.
Ahrefs, thank you for sponsoring this video, and everyone, go give them a damn look.
I had just put my son down to sleep, and then I received a text from a friend with a Twitter link. I opened it, and Grok had undressed me, put me in a bikini from a fully clothed photo. So I immediately started talking to the robot and added him and said, hey, I don't consent to this. Please confirm that you're not going to produce any more non-consensual images like this of me. And at first, Grok said, well, you know, it's humorous. I didn't mean anything. And I said, well, it's not fucking funny. Please
Talking to
confirm
an
that I
AI,
don't consent.
by the
And
way.
Grok obliged, said nothing else would be produced. And then what preceded that was infinite photos being produced that were much
Yeah, it's like the Barbara Streisand effect, right? you tell them not to do something, and if it gets enough attention, people will do it just out of spite. Like, oh yeah, here, have more. Have more and more. Oh, you don't like it? Here, have even more. Or like the picture of Beyonce, you know which one, where she looks like She-Hulk from one of her concerts, and she wanted that picture to be removed and hired a specialized organization to remove the picture from the internet, and people were keeping posting that one just out of spite. That's what happens. I say, on one hand, speaking out seems to be not good, but being silent is also not good, because it's just like kind of you don't care, or it doesn't really like solve the issue or make it stop. It's just a lose-lose situation. Because the trolls would be like, oh, you don't like that? Let me make even more of it. Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation.
more explicit. The age that I was in the photos also got younger, down to 14 years old. They took a photo of me at 14, had Grok undress me and put me in a bikini. They had then produced images of me rubbing my breasts in this, bent over like in front of my toddler's backpack with nothing covering me except floss.
You are the mother of one of Elon's
That's
children.
disgusting.
What has the response been like from Grok, if any from Elon, since this has started to happen and you've spoken out about it?
So I am using the avenues available and the resources available to every other woman that this has happened to. I am reporting it through the platform and gauging the response time as any other individual. Some of these images are still up. Some were being removed, and then others, the ones of me underage, took the longest. They were up for, I think the longest one that I'm aware of was 36 hours.
Was Grok ever floated as a potential baby name?
I am not at liberty to discuss that.
Thank you, just had to ask that one.
But it's not just Ashley that's been targeted by Grok. Madison, aka Giggly Puff, is a Twitch streamer and software engineer who's been on Twitter for about the last decade.
A lot of people were finding old posts and trying to get Grok to undress me and things like that. I thought it had cooled down and that I could just make a very
I will say it. I will say it. I know where you're looking at because I'm also looking at it. Kind of controversial to be like, oh, don't sexualize me, but then wearing an outfit with a boobie window. Like, what are you about? It's not just normal cleavage because, you know, the shirt might be a bit lower or you're sitting in a weird position and you can't have it. No, it's showing cleavage. Purposefully a boobie window. purposefully a booby window.
Tame posts just for my audience, wishing them a happy new year. But
Yeah,
it still
yeah,
got
yeah. You're so
flooded
right. Yeah.
with
Wait, what?
AI
What
image
did you say?
generations
Oh,
of me
yeah. Oh.
that were sexual, explicit. You know, there was full nudity. There were very explicit images just flooded, and there's nothing I could do to stop them. Like I've had Grok.
I mean, also not to devalidate the thing, you know, that it is bad that these people are taking a picture and making it sexual, like putting a girl in a bikini that was fully clothed, etc. But it has a bitter how do you say it in German? The word is Nachgeschmack. It has a bitter aftertaste. There we go. To see someone with a booby window talk about being sexualized. I mean, of course, it's not the same, a booby window versus full-on bikini generated pictures, maybe rubbing your breasts or whatnot, you know, but it gives a bitter aftertaste. Like,
blocked. I've opted out of it in settings. I've asked Grok explicitly not to generate images of me and said that I don't consent to these. And there's pretty much nothing you can do to stop it from happening.
By the beginning of January, Grok was printing out images like it was Employee of the Month at the horrifying porn factory. At its tame...
You know what? I want to see. Does this X
It's full nudity.
giggly puff? Well, let's go to media.
There were very explicit images just flooded, and there's nothing I could do to stop them. Like I've had Grok blocked. I've opted out of it in settings. I've asked Grok explicitly not to generate images of me and said that I don't consent to these. And there's pretty much nothing you can do to stop it from happening.
By the beginning of January,
That is true, yeah,
Grok
you
was
can't do
printing out
anything.
images like it was Employee of the Month at the horrifying porn factory. At its tamest, Grok was used to put people in bikinis, but oftentimes it went so far as to completely strip them, then add things like blood, bruises, scars, burn marks, oils, and other various fluids. Between
What the
January
fuck?
5th and 6th, one estimate put Grok as spitting out 6,700 explicit images every hour.
It became
6, 7. Anyways,
a huge phenomenon on X. You had thousands and thousands of people generating thousands of images a day of various people in states of undress, looking like they've been beaten to within an inch of their life. All kinds of horrible things, including, again, photos of kids, like actual kids.
That's John Herman, a technology reporter for New York Magazine who insisted we get a guy's perspective on the matter.
At the same time, you had
what is that statement? A guy's perspective on the matter. Okay, let's hear him out.
people at X, including Elon Musk, but also a lot of higher ups at the company who post publicly bragging about how much engagement they were getting. Not specifically for this, although they got close, but sort of pulling up charts and being like, wow, what an amazing time.
As John highlights, while X was hosting the Coachella of deepfake smut, engagement on the platform skyrocketed. For days, this was celebrated by senior leadership without...
So, what does this have to do with a guy's perspective on the matter? What the fuck? What does this have to do with a guy's perspective on the matter? No, you're shooting yourself in your foot with this. What? Huh? What? So, is he implying that, well, engagement went up, so our ad revenue went up, so, you know, big stunk, so it's actually a good thing that Grok is glorifying and pornographizing people? What?
directly addressing why it was happening. Elon even joked about the whole thing after he retweeted this post, which is completely tasteless. A real toaster's nipples are nowhere...
He is literally... he is literally comparing women and children being put in a bikini with a toaster being put in a bikini. Quote unquote, objectifying. This can't be real. Bro.
near there. But while the US government dragged their feet, other countries like India, France, the Philippines, and the UK started sounding the alarm and threatening legal action.
And why
Yeah,
has the EU
good.
spoken out about this more than the United States? Is it because there are more women over there?
No, fair question. Fair question. Because he wanted to give a guy's perspective on it. What are you laughing about? What are you laughing about? Okay. Answer it.
Eventually, the public outcry became enough that 4 days following the peak of Grok's porn-spewing, X brought down the number of photos being created by limiting the image generation feature to paid subscribers only, a move that was devastating to perverts.
Oh yeah, let's just paywall it so we can profit off it. Like if people gonna do crime, let's just profit off it.
And ideal for perverts with money. By January 15th, the state of
So
California
dumb.
had announced its own investigation into the company, and X decided to tighten Grok's algorithm and even block certain users from the image generation feature altogether in select areas. As it stands today, X said that Grok will largely prevent people from creating images of others in revealing clothing such as bikinis.
I would really like to know, there's a little bit of internet history, but I would really like to know from where the majority of these accounts were operating from. Because I have in the back of my mind just now, it came to me just now, bitch lasagna. Remember? Where the Indians and the Pakistani were in women's DMs on Facebook, DMing them about like, hi, can I see your vegana? Show me bobs, bitch lasagna. Literally just that came to my mind. I would like to know where most of the accounts that have been generating this type of content were operating from. Just out of curiosity, out of curiosity.
With Elon even suggesting that Grok should have a moral constitution. Now all of this seems like a step in the right direction. That direction, of course, being the one away from free unlimited blackmail porn. But to take a step back for a moment, perhaps you at home have been sitting and watching this program wondering to yourself, why did we all have to go through this in the first place? Well, part of it has to do with the obvious business opportunity that comes with capitalizing on horniness. It's why green giant vegetables
True.
move so much product. It's also why
I mean, there was a graph showing that in the US, the highest earning people are OnlyFans creators. Well, OnlyFans creators, Fansly, and all those platforms, right? Those type of people. That says a lot about one society. A lot. Like every other country was like engineers, executive people. It was
why Grok has a built-in spicy mode and waifu character that tells me I'm a big handsome man whenever I want. But I don't know, folks. Really seems like the main reason why X and Grok went goon abuser mode this past month is really just because these products are a reflection of the guy who runs the place.
How much of
not only, they are a reflection of the overall consensus of the people in the platform. Yeah, that's it.
the current programming behind Twitter, do you think stems directly from what Elon is hoping?
Oh, all of it.
All of it? Right now.
This could be stopped with a singular message to an engineer. And I've watched him bother those engineers over a lot less.
From the beginning of his ownership of Twitter, it was just purging the parts of the company that would have handled this stuff by default. You would have had people in trust and safety, which has now become sort of like a boogeyman term for people on the tech right, because it was associated with a lot of the controversies over, you know, Twitter censorship and content moderation and stuff like that. But that's just the industry formal name for the teams that handle like truly horrible stuff. And Twitter has sort of stripped a lot of that stuff out, but also chosen to affirmatively sort of say, like, we're doing less. We're putting an AI model into the platform that has a spicy mode, and we're making this like a playful, like teen boy thing, but really what that translates to is thousands of people anonymously requesting that someone be nudified in public.
I do think it's important for people
Damn, kind of 180 of what he said until now, how he behaves until now.
That have had this happen to them, for us to all stick together and for us to all, learn about, try to be educated about AI and realize like what dangers it can bring and to advocate for ourselves and to keep pushing back against that. Because I don't think we have to accept a world where it's just, okay, you just can never be online. You can never go outside and have a picture taken of you, or you're going to have deepfake porn. I don't think we have to accept that world. And I urge us not to take on that mentality and to realize what our rights are, what, legal district we're in, what laws apply and protections apply to us there, and to take action to push back against this.
In the end, I think it's about consent. If they are the ones objectifying and sexualizing themselves, that will be okay. But if it's because it's someone doing it, that it's not them, it's not okay. Like, if they can capitalize on it to advertise for their stream, to bait engagement, I mean, Kikado, yeah, Kikado. There is a kind of an emphasis on a certain area. There is a way of posing, angles, what you choose to emphasize on an outfit. Yeah, it's about they just want to be in control and not someone else. You gotta. That's what it's about.
And so we find ourselves here, at the tail end of a months-long scandal that appears to have been completely avoidable had the priorities of the company not been completely taken over by a maniacal horny boy stuck inside the barrel stomach
It's literally shaped like a Cybertruck.
body of a near trillionaire. And while there has been a lot of outrage that has at least pressured X into changing some of their policies, it also seems like the world is moving on from this episode as if it wasn't completely insane.
Do you think that there will be any consequences?
No.
I
There will be no consequences because you can't pursue the people that are abusing the system. You will need to have somehow some kind of ID verification or tie an account to a government profile. So if someone commits a crime online, it will, translate to the real world as well. But as long as that is not the case, and that is also a very controversial topic by itself, there will be no repercussions. No. Because even if the account gets suspended, they just can create another one. Duh.
wish I could predict this well. Probably not.
Yeah,
this is tied
no.
to the broader Elon corporate project, which, in addition to
Not
having a huge
necessarily.
amount of power and momentum,
I don't think this is tied to the broader Elon corporation. I don't think that is the case. I just explained why. So I don't think that. No.
of its own has like a moral logic of its own, which is, conveniently deployed. It is like any objection you raise to what we're doing doesn't matter in the big picture because we're building superintelligence and we're going to Mars and we're saving 1 million lives with electric cars, and like you getting in the way of that is.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Grog making gore and porn out of random pictures? What?
You're basically, the Antichrist or whatever. The question is basically, is this good or bad for Elon Musk? And the fact that I can't clearly say that building an automated child porn generator and deploying it and celebrating it is bad for him. The fact that I can't say that's clearly bad is, I don't know, a sign of the times, or maybe I've.
What did he just say?
Child porn generator and deploying it and celebrating it is bad for him. The fact that I can't say that's clearly bad is, I don't know, a sign of the time.
The fact that I don't know if I can clearly say if it's bad for him or not. Excuse you? And also, they're putting Elon Musk as, you know, the scapegoat to... It feels like some negative things they're tying to Elon Musk do not tie it to the platform. So the platform can continue with everything and yeah, it's Elon is the bad. Yeah, it's Elon. Yeah, not the no. Let's just deflect. Yes, deflecting. And he is not condemning Rock creating porn and gore from humans. Like, humans overall, and children's even worse, but it's just, you know. Oh my goshies.
Times, or maybe I need to just sort of hang it up.
Fine, John.
Hang it up?
Hang it up. But while lesser journalists like you might throw in the towel, I remain in the arena.
And yeah, you will not face any repercussions for saying that either. Amazing.
The arena of the internet. Towel held tight, yelling into a microphone at the richest man on the globe who clearly doesn't give two shits about his robot making non-consensual porn of people. But I give
And
a
gore.
shit. It's just what us journalists do, John.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect you to understand. For good work, I'm Dan Toomey.
Nice video. I appreciate that he's been going into this issue, into this topic. I mean, it was done in a comedic way, but I kind of appreciated that it's been a bit more lighthearted, a bit more comedic. It keeps the retention maybe of the people that actually need to hear this point out, right? So it's good. And yeah, as you said, they don't really care about the people being sexualized, being gore-ified. In the end, people are just the product and they are making everything so the platform keeps being engaged in and engagement is high. And that's the only thing they care about. And if it's at the expense of some plebs being put in bikinis, you know, then so be it. It's the sad reality, it's the frustrating reality, and nothing will change because it's what fills the pockets of the shareholders. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!